The death toll in the US is touching the 100,000 milestone, but Donald Trump wants to host the G7 meet at the White House in June, in a few days from now. Meanwhile, India has allowed 179 Pakistanis to return home. They'd been stranded due to the nationwide lockdown. That and more on the Gravitas Coronavirus Tracker.
Donald Trump wants to host the G7 meet at the White House. He wants world leaders to meet in person in June. Trump believes there would be no greater example of reopening. A blueprint for the travel bubble between New Zealand and Australia will be finalized by June. Blueprint would be presented to both the governments. The move is aimed at boosting the travel, trade and aviation sector. Chile's indigenous communities have cut off access to their towns. Move is aimed at stopping the coronavirus from reaching them. Residents say their community is free of the coronavirus. They want to keep it that way. The number of deaths due to coronavirus in the United States hits a grim milestone of over 100,000. The US now leads the world in both deaths and confirmed cases. Over 1.7 million people have been infected in America. More students have returned to school in South Korea. Students in kindergarten and middle school have been allowed to return. High school seniors had resumed classes earlier. South Korea reported 40 new cases, its biggest spike in 49 days. Kremlin says Boris Johnson has sent an invitation to Vladimir Putin. Johnson wants the Russian president to be a part of a summit on coronavirus vaccine. The summit is aimed at mobilizing resources to ensure universal availability for the vaccine. Joe Biden has called President Trump an absolute fool for not wearing a mask. Democratic presidential candidate has accused Donald Trump of costing people's lives. Earlier, Donald Trump mocked Biden for wearing a mask on Memorial Day. Mexico has registered its biggest single daily spike in coronavirus cases. 501 people died in Mexico on Tuesday. Mexico's tally has spiked to 74,560 cases and 8,134 deaths. 179 Pakistani nationals who had been stranded in India were repatriated today. India allowed the Pakistani nationals to return home via the Attari-Wagah border. They had been stuck in India due to the nationwide lockdown. Up to 6,000 people per day will be able to use LA's largest drive-through testing facility. The new facility has been opened at the Dodgers Stadium. Los Angeles was the first US city to offer free testing to all residents. Over 400 Thai parliamentarians attended a special session. It was held to debate the government's plan to fund a stimulus package. The decrees will allow the Thai government to seek emergency loans up to $31 billion.